What's up? I have a new friend here. It may not be Sally, but it is Crawford. That's neither better or worse, it's just a fact. So let's get ready for your recap for this week for episode 38, The Assault on Harrow. The whole town of Harrow was poised for the goblin attacks. The Dews and the guard had prepared an ambush in the south. Nameless was waiting in the trees to make a surprise first attack, and Setlali was watching over the west side of town by the tower. An eerie quiet descended on the world as they waited for the attack to come. After waiting what felt like hours, Nameless heard rustling and saw goblins moving stealthily through the brush. And not just goblins. They were riding several drakes towards the city. Unaware of the druid's presence, the goblins were about to break the tree line when the trees themselves began to strike at Nameless's command, slaying the entire squadron in a matter of seconds. However, there was no time to celebrate. As the goblins in the south were slaughtered, Harrow's defenders heard a loud explosion from the west side of town.
Bursting through the trees, basically taking out two of them as it charges through. You see this giant mechanical juggernaut set through. I'm sorry. Let me see this giant. It's what looks like, eerily enough, a version of what you could potentially see Pangolin being. It is this it's like this giant walking mech, and on the back of it, in this little cockpit, you see a goblin, and she's manipulating it. She's got these goggles on, and she's manipulating a couple of switches, but she's making this thing move. It's this large mechanical monstrosity.
Another detachment of goblins, including some in mechanical suits, had begun to set the buildings there ablaze. Setlali faced off with the force alone, trying to hold on long enough for the rest of the dudes to come for backup. They arrived just in time to stop Setlali from falling, but unfortunately, they didn't see a small group of casters sneak around the raging battle. As they dueled the mechs, a loud crash rang across the town as the top of the tower was ripped from its base and shattered on the ground.
You see this whole section just tear off. The stone wrenches, cracks, and the entire top of this is lifted. And thrown to the side.
Oh.
Like this. Just want to be careful with all these pieces.
Yeah.
They're all dwarfenite, but guess what?
As Philip pursued the casters responsible, Nameless surprised everyone by turning into a dragon and flying into the midst of the mechs, breaking them down one by one. Together, the dudes were able to shut down the rest of the assault, with Liam successfully capturing one of the mech pilots. Once the last of the goblins fell, Philip dashed towards the rubble. Although nearly all of the town had been spared from the damage, the tower held all of the townsfolk. The possible ramifications of its destruction were terrifying. How will Harrow recover from this attack? Will this persuade the townspeople to go with the Sapphire Heart? And, most importantly, where are Liam's parents? Find out this week on The Natural Ones.